Hello again, and welcome back to Myths and Mysteries in Black and White with your two hosts, me, Eddie, and Josh, also known as Black and White.
Yeah, boy.
Today on this podcast, shall we say a re-record of this podcast, we've had a bit of technical difficulties. It's going to be on the assassination of JFK.
Uh-huh.
But before we get into too much of that, Josh, how you been, my old boy?
Well, like you said, I was all right until we found out we had to re-record this.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was running too smoothly. It was
Yeah,
bound to
yeah.
happen sooner or later, weren't it?
Oh, God, yeah.
But no, I've been pretty good actually, mate. How
Yeah.
about yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Same old shit, different days, always.
Pretty much, yeah.
But, yeah, no, it's been pretty good, to be fair. Pretty good. Re-recording on a bank holiday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not too bad. Nice to have that extra day off.
Yeah.
But yeah, as we said before, this is going to be on the assassination of John F. Kennedy,
Mm-hmm.
which I had, as we was talking, I had to remember what his fucking name was.
That's a good start.
Yeah, I know. That's why I had to say JFK.
Yeah, to
I
be
was
fair though, that's all people really call him, isn't it?
Yeah,
It wouldn't surprise me if you do forget what his actual name is.
What does the F even stand for?
Um,
Like Frederick or something.
Frederick, Francis,
Hang on, better have a look.
Francesca, I don't know.
What's he saying? Oh,
I'm going to guess Francis.
right. Oh, we were fucking.
Oh, what is it? Someone like Fraser?
Fitzgerald
John Fitzgerald. What's his name again?
Kennedy.
John Yeah, no wonder he changed it to F.
Yeah, we're doing very well here. He didn't even know fucking Kennedy.
Fuck's sake. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. That just sounds... I don't know what that sounds like, but it don't sound like a president.
No, it sounds like a fucking hotel chain,
Yeah.
doesn't it? No. So, but yeah, I hope everyone who listens has had a good week. And I hope you start enjoying this one.
Yep.
So, Josh.
Yep.
Seeing as this is one of your subjects.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a conspiracy, which I think everyone knows that it's quite a big one. I'd say it's up there with 9/11.
Yeah, it's definitely... I'd say... I mean, obviously, you got aliens and that, which... Do you know what I mean? But
they're a conspiracy, but
yeah,
I'll say with like aliens and that, it's a conspiracy of have they been here and are they covered up?
But yeah, when you're going on the actual conspiracy,
which is like I'd say more human
situation.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, this is definitely. I'd say this is a very, very close second.
I'd say it's pretty much on par with 9/11.
Yeah, definitely, because
I think with this was like with the government's involvement, what could be involved.
Yeah.
with this one.
Yeah,
so.
and so many people, like we said on the last time we recorded this, we learned it in school.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's obviously big enough for that to happen. I mean, it's big enough anyway with it being the assassination of a president.
Yeah.
Let alone when you take everything else into example is the word I'm looking for. Consideration, that's the one. Fucking hell, I'm thick. Yeah, it is a bit of a mad one, which, to be fair, when you look at the actual whole story, because obviously at school, I'm pretty sure it was the same for you, you just learnt about the assassination itself.
I think because our subject was mainly Cold War.
Right.
It was all to do with the Cold War. I mean, that was during the midst of it.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of like glanced over his assassination.
Yeah.
Like quite quickly. It weren't like full in depth, like how we're going to be talking today.
Yeah.
But we knew he got assassinated. We knew it. We got told. I wouldn't say we knew.
Yeah.
Because we got told it was by Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
And how it affected USA in the coming months with the Cold War with Russia and how it created a bit of heat and everything like that.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty much... I can't really remember. It most likely was to do with the Cold War, but when I was at school, but I can't, off the top of my head, remember us actually talking about the Cold War. We just done a little bit on JFK's assassination, and like you said, Lee Harvey Oswald, but we didn't really... I'm surprised we didn't go too much in depth about that. I'm not talking about the conspiracy side, but we barely talked about Lee Harvey Oswald, or the fact that he was assassinated, or anything like that.
Or about how John F. Kennedy's, was it his brother?
Robert was assassinated as well.
So, didn't go into that.
No, which is a bit weird.
And another thing I never went into was the coincidences with JFK's assassination and Abraham Lincoln's assassination, which is a mad thing.
Yeah, it's actually funny you said that, because I've actually got them written down here.
Yeah.
And so there's so many, but these are the ones that are said to be the genuine ones.
Yeah.
So both, because obviously Abraham Lincoln was a former president as well, who was also assassinated. Yeah. Just for those who didn't know. How you don't know, I don't know, but you do now. So these are the things that are identical with the pair, shall we say, or similar. Mm-hmm. So both were elected to Congress in the year 46, with Abraham Lincoln being elected in 1846 and JFK being elected in 1946. Both were elected to the presidency in the year 60, with Lincoln being elected in 1860 and JFK being elected in 1960. Both, this is just a bit of a weird one, but it is true. Both have 7 letters in their last names, Lincoln and Kennedy.
Yeah.
Both were concerned with civil rights, with Lincoln being felt strongly that all slaves should be freed and issued the Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah.
Try saying that when you're drunk. Which
Try saying the cunt when you fucking sober. What?
Emancipation Proclamation.
Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Which obviously legally freed slaves within Confederacy.
Yeah.
And Kennedy was concerned with racial equality and was the first to propose what would be known as the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Right. So I was against like segregation and stuff like that. Right. Yeah.
Both married, so basically both of them like blacks.
They are, mate. There.
Both married in their 30s to women that were 24, and both of them, for some reason, spoke fluent French.
Oh, right.
Why that's a reason, I don't know, but they did.
Yeah.
Where Lincoln was married on the 4th of November in 1842, and Lincoln was born on February 12th, 1809, making him 33 years old at the time of his wedding to Mary Ann Todd, who was born December 13th, 1818, which would make her 23 years old.
Right.
Kennedy was married on September 12th, 1953, and he was born on May 29th, 1917, making him 36 years old at the time of his wedding. And his wife was Jacqueline Bouvier, I think, that's how you say it. And she was born July 28th, 1929, making her 24 years old at the time of the wedding. Both lost a son whilst living in the White House.
Yeah.
Lincoln lost his 11-year-old son, William, and Kennedy lost his infant son, Patrick. Both sons' names, William Wallace Lincoln and Patrick Bouvier Kennedy, have 21 letters each.
Of course they do.
Yeah. Both were shot on a Friday, with Lincoln being shot on Good Friday, April 14th, 1865, and Kennedy being shot on Friday, November 22nd, 1963. Both were shot in the head, which, okay, I get it's a similarity, but it's quite common for an assassination to be shot in the fucking head.
Yeah.
Both were shot in the presence of their wives. Both were assassinated by Southerners.
Right.
With Lincoln being shot by John Wilkes Booth from Maryland, and Kennedy being shot by Lee Harvey Oswald from New Orleans. Both of the president's successors were named Johnson, with Lincoln being succeeded by Andrew Johnson and Kennedy being succeeded by Lyndon B. Johnson. And both of them were Southerners as well, with Andrew Johnson being from Tennessee and Lyndon B. Johnson from Texas. Both successors were born in the year 08, with Andrew Johnson being born 1908 and Lyndon B. Johnson being born 1908.
You mean the other Johns was 1808?
That's what I meant, yep, sorry. Both assassins, John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald, are known by their 3 names instead of just
Lee
John
Oswald.
Booth and Lee Oswald. Each assassin's full name is comprised of 15 letters.
They love that, don't they?
Yeah, I think they've just run out of ideas. It's like, how many letters they got? Yep, that's the same. Add it. And Lincoln was shot at the Ford's Theatre.
Yeah.
And Kennedy was shot in a Ford car.
That could be a coincidence.
Yeah. But they're the similarities between the two assassinations.
But in it as well, similarity that Abraham Lincoln's assassin. He shot him in a theatre, and he hid in a business building. And Lee Harvey Oswald shot him from a business building
and hid in a theatre. I think you're right on that. Actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's another one as well. Which is it's a bit mad.
It is a bit mad. I mean, there's nothing. I know they're similar, but there's nothing in any way, shape, or form Lincoln. Excuse the pun, but linking the two assassinations together in the slightest.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's quite freaky. Like how.
Yeah, of course it is.
But yeah, I'll get that.
But
isn't there's another one? Isn't there like something to do with their not like the secretaries? Isn't there like a similarity with them as well? And they both told them not to go.
Yeah, I think there is.
Yeah.
I'll obviously get into the JFK one, but I can't remember the Lincoln one off the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure he was told not to go to the theatre.
No, yeah. I'm pretty. Yeah, he was. Yeah, told not to go. That there's something bad's going to happen.
Yeah,
obviously he got shot in
the
the
head.
head.
What happened?
Yeah, but the difference is as well. Like Lincoln was shot in point blank range, weren't he?
Yeah,
and of course
Kennedy was shot
quite a distance from a rifle, and Lincoln was shot with a pistol.
Yeah.
So similarities are there, but there's still quite a lot of differences as well.
Yeah, I think the most major one is that they were both presidents and both assassinated.
Yeah.
I think that's realistically the closest to it.
Do you know how many assassins? Do you know how many presidents have been assassinated?
Off the top of my head, I think it might just be them too.
Yeah. I think there was. There's been assassination attempts.
Yeah, but I think the actual ones that succeeded, I think they are the only two.
It's like Trump's assassination attempt, weren't it? Bloke was from Cambridge.
Was he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bloke who tried to assassinate Trump was from Cambridge. Like he ran at him or something.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing about that actually.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure not like local to us, but
local-ish.
Yeah.
Mad. Some people just don't like presidents.
Oh no, I just don't like seeing people in power.
No. But anyway, getting on with JFK assassination himself. So John F. Kennedy was the 35th president of the United States, and like we said earlier, on Friday, November 22nd, 1963, he was publicly assassinated while sitting in a car in a motorcade through Dallas, Texas. Now, a motorcade, I think, is just the American word for parade.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, like with cars and motor.
He was hit by 2 bullets, with the second being the fatal headshot. If you've seen the footage, if you've learned about it at school, or if you've just seen it on YouTube, I'm pretty sure you can find it.
Yeah.
It blew his head off, pretty much. The back of his head just went
bang.
Now, in front of JFK was the governor of, I think he was the governor of Texas, called John B. Connally Jr. And he was, like I said, in the car as well, and he was also shot. He was shot with the first bullet.
Yeah.
But he survived it. Now, this whole footage that I said that you can see on YouTube or whatever was caught, the actual footage was caught on camera by a man called Abraham Zapruder. And this footage would then go on to be known as the Zapruder film in 1963.
Yeah.
And it would be integral to the investigation because it allowed for frame-by-frame analysis.
1963?
Yeah.
When was he assassinated? 1963. Oh, yeah.
You alright?
yeah, nah. For some reason, I thought it was 1964 he was assassinated. No,
1963.
Ah, right.
Yeah, and it allowed for frame-by-frame analysis whilst doing the investigation.
Ah, okay.
So, fucking handy. The shooting occurred from the 6th floor window of the southeast corner of the Texas School Book Depository. That was the name of the building where the gun was fired from.
Right.
The shooting was done by a man, as we said earlier, called Lee Harvey Oswald. 2 days after the assassination, Oswald himself was killed by a man called Jack Ruby, and that shooting was also broadcast on live TV.
Yeah.
Because I think he was getting taken from the station to the courtroom or something like
Yeah,
that, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
Jack Ruby just walked up to him and shot him.
Mm.
So that's the official story of it.
Mm.
So we'll get into what I think are the problems with it, shall we say.
Right, yeah.
Now, the first was the motorcade itself.
Mm.
Well, more actually the motorcade route, because it was questioned multiple times for having an peculiar amount of turns,
Mm-hmm.
which means obviously the car would have to go slower to make the turn.
Yeah.
Now, the route was chosen by 2 Secret Service agents called Winston G. Lawson and Forrest V. Sorrells. What is it with these lot and having the fucking middle names and just having letters?
Yeah,
JFK, Lyndon B. Johnson, Winston G. Lawson, Forrest V. Sorrells, Josh Arglin. Fucking...
Fuck, that'd be great with mine, wouldn't it? Eddie M.W. Clayton.
Yeah. It's like, fuck's sake. Just have your first name and your surname like normal people.
Yeah.
Now, other Secret Service agents were actually sent on this route beforehand to get a layout of the route, just to see if there was anything dodgy or conspicuous with it. And they noted that there was at least over 20,000 windows overlooking this route.
So they stood there and counted windows.
They must have done, or like looked at
or
it
got plans, or got plans from the buildings. Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. But
okay.
over 20,000 windows. Which, you know, when you think of assassinations in TV shows and films and that, 9 times out of 10, it comes from a window.
Yeah.
So, obviously, a bit of a red flag there, like, fucking hell, there's a fair amount of windows here. And because they didn't have enough men to check all of them, they decided to check none of them.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Because, you know, why not?
Mm. Thing is, though, you could take, like, the first 3 floors out.
Well, yeah, because
you know
it's not going to be done from there.
No, because that'd be too like level.
Yeah,
say. I know it'd be high, but
exactly.
You'd start going like from the 4th floor up and check. Yeah, don't get me wrong, that'd still take a long time.
A long time, but
also like you're only looking from one side.
Well, yeah,
it's no point looking at all the other 3 because they ain't gonna. There's no way. Well, depends where the car came. If it came like straight, you'd have to look at the 3 of them, say, because it'd be like where we came. The middle and the back corner.
Yeah, I get you mean.
But if you like turned, like you know what I mean, like face towards and
then the back side isn't gonna.
Yeah, it ain't gonna
come because it'll be standing. It'll still be there.
Yeah.
It's like it'll be fucking here any minute now. A week after the investigation, a week after the assassination, newly sworn in president and former vice president under JFK, Lyndon B. Johnson, created a commission to investigate the assassination of JFK and the killing of Lee Harvey Oswald. This commission was led by a man called Earl Warren, who was a Supreme Court justice. You know, the Donnies, you know, I sentenced you, bang, gavel, Donnie. He was one of them.
Right.
Now, this commission would then go on to be called the Warren Commission for obvious reasons. And they concluded that there was only one shooter, being Lee Harvey Oswald, and that he acted alone.
Right.
So, going on that, we'll talk about Lee Harvey Oswald for a second.
Yeah.
Because apparently he was a weird kid growing up.
Well,
just a bit of a loner, isolated,
yeah.
You know. But as he got older, well, actually from a young age, he had a history of violence.
Yeah.
And that included chasing his half-brother with a knife. You know, as you do.
Yeah.
Well, later on in life, he joined the US Marine Corps. And during his 3 years there, he became an expert sharpshooter with an M1 rifle. In 1959, he was in Russia and tried to renounce his American citizenship to join Russia because he was a Russian sympathizer.
Right.
Now, Oswald was actually a Dallas resident at the time of the assassination. He was born in New Orleans but lived in Dallas. And during the time of the assassination, he was actually under active surveillance by the FBI.
Well, yeah. Oh, well, because of him going to Russia.
Yeah. Well, that as well as another reason, but I'll get on to in a bit.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, he was under active surveillance by the FBI. The local FBI did not inform the Secret Service of this, that he was under active surveillance.
Right, and that he was still a resident
of the area.
Because he worked at that building as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he was worked at the Texas School Book Depository, and which obviously a red flag. The FBI not informing the Secret Service of this.
Well, yeah, because that's what gets me. Like, he is meant to be an expert sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Right. He's good with that rifle.
Yeah.
With a rifle. He's under FBI surveillance because they think he's like a turncoat.
Yeah.
He's a traitor. And he's staying at Dallas. He's working at the building where JFK was going to be coming past, and they decide to do nothing.
No. On the flip side of that, the Secret Service didn't inform the FBI of the motorcade route either.
Right.
Which kind of not gets clear of the FBI, because they still should have told him that he was under surveillance.
Because the FBI knew that JFK was going to be somewhere in Dallas.
Yeah.
He was going to be riding somewhere in Dallas.
Yeah, so if you got this guy under active surveillance, you'd think they'd warn him.
Yeah, who is a known, like, he's a sharpshooter who don't like America. No. He wants to go join Russia during the Cold War.
Yeah.
It seems a bit like, they should have still been told.
Warned him.
Yeah,
and as well, the Secret Service should have warned the FBI of the motorcade route.
Yeah.
Granted, you don't want to tell as many people as possible, i.e. the name Secret Service.
Yeah.
But then if they said, oh, yeah, it's coming down this route, then the FBI could have put two and two together and said, well, hang on, because there's a guy we've got under active surveillance and he works at that building right there.
Yeah.
And because they never did, that's the building where it fucking happened.
Because I'm guessing it was the M1 rifle was what was used to kill...
Similar. It's a similar sort of rifle. I think the M1 rifle was like the top dog of the rifles. Do you know what I mean? So if you could use that, you could use anything else below it, sort of thing. If you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you was good with that, you were good with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
yeah.
okay, I'll get yeah.
So, but like you said, that obviously raised more alarm bells with him, with Oswald working at the building where the shot took place. And even if that wasn't enough, which it should have been, the reason he was under active surveillance was not only because he tried to renounce his citizenship for America and join Russia, but it also wasn't his first assassination attempt.
Oh.
He actually, on April 10th, 1963, the same year, so only a few months earlier, tried to kill Major General Edwin A. Walker.
Right. Another one with a...
one with a fucking letter in the name. And even after the assassination of JFK, he killed a Dallas policeman called J.D. Tippit with a revolver 45 minutes after the JFK assassination.
Right.
So obviously on the run, he obviously killed this copper.
Yeah, this copper tried to stop him, pulled the gun out. Bang.
Yeah, and this was seen by an eyewitness, as well as a bullet cartridge case being found at the scene belonging to a revolver which was on Oswald at the time of his arrest.
Right.
So they had him banged to rights, basically.
Yeah.
So this guy ain't, obviously, he's attempted to kill a Major General. He's killed JFK. He's killed a copper. He ain't exactly afraid to pull the trigger.
No, yeah, he's trigger happy.
Yeah. Now, the Warren Commission stated that apologies if I butcher this, the Manicler, it's German, so I'm sorry. The Marnica Carcano 6.5mm rifle, from which the shots were fired, was owned and in possession of Oswald.
Right. This man is under surveillance.
Yep.
How is he still able to buy a gun?
You tell me.
America.
Yeah.
You gotta love the place.
Yeah. Have you? No disrespect to anyone American, but fucking hell, it terrifies me.
Yeah. So he's under surveillance. He's a felon. But he's already done an assassination attempt, and he was still allowed to have a rifle and a revolver in his possession owned to him.
Yeah, but the thing that don't get me is, with the attempt at the assassination on this Major General, that was only a few months prior.
Yeah, he should be inside.
He should be inside
for that, because it's attempted murder.
Yeah,
it's attempted
it's
assassination.
Not like it was 2-3 years after. It was literally April. He killed JFK in November.
What the fuck? Unless he was on bail or something.
Which would explain why he was under active surveillance, maybe.
Yeah. But even then, he wouldn't be on bail for that long, surely.
No. And even then, even if he was, by some miracle, you'd think, okay, he's attempted to kill the Major General.
You take all his weapons off him, surely.
You take all of his weapons off him, and you know that the president is coming to that state, that's town, city, whatever.
Yeah, you'd sanction him.
You'd sanction him. Do you know what I mean? You'd have someone like joined to his hip to make sure they can't do this shit. I know that becomes like, oh, you're violating his human rights, but look what fucking happened because they didn't.
That's what I mean. Fuck your amendment.
Yeah.
When it comes to that,
it's fucking
like
mad.
Say, an innocent man died that day.
Yeah.
2 innocent men died that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
mate,
fucking
almost
hell.
free.
Yeah.
Almost free because obviously Governor Connolly was shot as well. He could have died.
Don't get me wrong. It's like saying what we was talking about with the royal family. They probably have got skeletons in their closet, like Kennedy and Connolly, and not the copper. I'm saying, but you know what I mean, like the big wigs.
Yeah, of course.
They probably do have skeletons in their closet, but it don't mean they need they. You know what I mean? They were still higher. They were still looking at the public,
but even if those skeletons come out on JFK. And it turns out, so like if we read the skeletons, like, okay, yeah, that fucker did deserve to die. That innocent policeman didn't.
No, exactly.
He was just doing his job.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, they stated that the rifle was owned and in possession of Oswald. And this was determined due to the fact that there was nearly a whole bullet recovered from the stretcher with Governor Connolly on it. So the stretcher that Governor Connolly was on, this whole bullet was found.
Right.
As well as 2 bullet fragments in the car that JFK and Governor Connolly was in that matched the rifle.
Right, okay.
So that excludes all other weapons, basically. Now, this rifle was found hidden near the 6th floor window of the Texas School Book Depository,
right,
where the shootings took place. And it's also where they found 3 bullet cartridges.
3?
Yeah.
But there were 2 shots apparently fired.
There was actually 3. 2 that made contact. The first one missed, hit the sidewalk and ricocheted onto the other side of the road.
Okay.
Now, the Warren Commission stated that there was no evidence that Oswald or Jack Ruby were part of a conspiracy to kill the president, with many people believing that Ruby killed Oswald to keep him quiet.
Right, okay.
Now, the Warren Commission also stated that there was no evidence that Oswald was involved with anyone or any group in conspiracy to kill the president. So with that being said, like I said, there was 3 shots. We'll look at them, the shots themselves. Like I said, the first one missed, hitting a sidewalk on the other side of a road. The second shot hit JFK in the neck and exited through and then hit Connolly. And the third shot was the fatal headshot.
Right, okay.
Now, the second shot is the most controversial one, with it officially now being known as the magic bullet. And it's called this because of the movement that the bullet done, and the fact that it was near on hole, when it's a known fact that the bullet of this rifle breaks into tiny fragments upon impact.
Right, okay.
So the second bullet hit JFK in the neck. It exited out and entered the right side of Connolly's back.
And I hit him in the back. It was still a whole bullet.
Yeah, still a whole bullet. It was still a whole bullet after all of this.
Yeah, because I think with Kennedy's neck, I mean, what part do you know, like what part of the neck it hit him in?
No, not a clue. Just think it hit the back of his neck and come out the front.
Right, yeah. But what I'm saying, like, if it didn't hit any bone, it's flesh from flesh. Yeah, it's like going through paper.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna break it. They ain't gonna break it. Whereas if it hit bone, then that'd shatter. Yeah. So,
but that's only a quarter of the bullet, the travel that the bullet done. Because, like I said, it exited JFK's neck.
Yeah.
Hit Connolly's right side of his back. Exited below his right nipple. Went through his right wrist and ended up in his left leg. And his legs weren't crossed at the time.
They weren't?
No.
Because I remember saying that on the...
Yeah, I had a look. His legs weren't crossed.
Right, so we're sitting a little more. Hit him in the neck. I'm trying to reenact it. I know you can't see it. Next season we'll have cameras, hopefully. So it's hit him in the back. Like, hit him in the right side of the back.
Yeah.
Right. So then that's come out of his fucking... Is it above the nipple?
Below his right nipple.
Below his right nipple. So his hand was down there. Unless his hand was like here, like
but then
on his left leg.
How did the bullet go from there to the other side then?
Unless it like ricocheted off the bone.
Maybe, because basically this bullet, it done a zigzag.
Yeah.
It has to have done a zigzag from the position that they were both sitting in.
Yeah. Because it must have, had to have ricocheted.
Yeah.
With that point, that loose velocity
Yeah, it wouldn't be able to go through
all the
these
impacts.
No.
I mean, we're not weapons experts,
well, no.
know, so, you know.
But the fact is, it's like it had to have done a zigzag and ended up whole in the stretcher.
That'd be breaking all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Many people believe this shot would be possible from the 6th floor window where it was fired from.
Right.
Wouldn't be possible, sorry.
Oh.
However, the Warren Commission debunked this by saying the fact that JFK was sitting higher than Connolly, because obviously I think the seats were raised at the back.
He was like sitting...
More or less on the back of the car, weren't he?
Yeah.
So that's why they said it could be possible, which I don't get how. Yeah, okay, it makes sense for it to come through JFK.
If it went through his neck and hit him in the back... Yeah.
But the whole zigzag bit...
The whole thing coming out of his bag, under his nipple, hitting his wrist, then going into his left leg.
Yeah, that still doesn't...
That's baffling.
No. And they also stated that this theory is not integral to the facts that Oswald was the sole shooter.
Mm.
So basically, they're saying, yeah, Oswald was the only one that done it. But this whole magic bullet theory has nothing to do with it, according to them.
Right, so they're pretty much, they've... Right, is this like Amber Heard's fucking...
In it?
Lot, because it just sounds like they're what's the word? They're hypocriting themselves.
Yeah, contradicting themselves.
Thank you very much. Yeah, they're contradicting themselves. They're saying like Lee Harvey Oswald was the only one that done it, but because of how that shot was, he might have not shot that.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
So then it comes up. So there was another shooter.
Yeah.
Right. Nah. I know we'll get onto the fatal headshot.
Yeah.
But I remember Jesse Ventura. He was in Predator.
Yeah.
He was the one with the chain gun, you know, I ain't got time to bleed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He used to do a show about conspiracies and that, and one of them was about JFK.
Yeah.
I think he even done a book on it. Before being an actor and everything, I think he was in the Navy. He was in the services of some sort.
Yeah.
And I think he was good with a rifle.
Right.
If I remember right. And he tried to reenact it.
Yeah.
He got the first shot off.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he'd done the whole zigzag thing.
Yeah.
He was able to get the first shot. But the time it took to reload...
Weren't enough time
to do the second shot, and he missed.
Yeah. It's funny you should say that, actually. Because, like you just said, if you examine the Zapruder film of the frame by frame, it is literally impossible for the second and the third shot to happen in that time.
Yeah, because of how you reload that gun.
And everything. Because you think, obviously, you shoot, you got to reload, aim, shoot. Do you know what I mean? It's impossible to, in that time period for how quick it was from the second shot
I'm pretty
to the
third. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it weren't just Jesse Ventura who's tried it. I'm pretty sure they've tried to do it with other sharpshooters, other
multiple
snipers.
People have tried to do it.
It wouldn't surprise me if they tried it with him from who American Sniper's about.
What's his fucking name?
Right Hero.
Yeah.
He got killed, didn't he?
Chris something?
Yeah.
Chris Kyle?
Yes, I think it was something like that.
Something like that.
And because he was unbelievable shooter.
Yeah, the best shooter in US Army history, isn't it?
Yeah. I think he's got the record.
Yeah, like 41 confirmed kills or something like that.
Yeah, for a sniper or something. But anyway, but yeah, and no one else could do it. No. And Lee Harvey Oswald, who's a bit fucking deranged, let's be honest, a bit tapped, and be able to do that. Don't get me wrong, he was an expert sharpshooter, he was very good.
Yeah, but it
still
doesn't matter if you're the greatest shot on earth.
No.
There's still not enough time to do it. That's the problem.
Deadshot couldn't do it.
No.
Deathstroke couldn't do it.
That's what,
you
exactly.
know what I mean? We've had to resort it to fucking comic book characters because even they can't fucking do it.
Even they can't do it because the time period just won't allow for it to happen.
No, it's impossible. Not unless you're a fucking octopus.
Yeah.
And as soon as he shot, he's reloading it while he's shooting.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Or he's reloaded before he shot. You know what I mean?
But like we just said with that shot, in a way that sort of debunks the magic bullet theory because it means that can't be true.
No.
But it does mean that there must have been two shooters.
Yeah.
And in fact, in 1966, Governor Connolly himself stated that the shot that hit him was a completely different shot to the one that hit JFK.
Well, the one that hit him in the neck?
Yeah. So the one that hit JFK in the neck wasn't the same shot, according to Governor Connolly, wasn't the same shot that hit him.
Right.
So, again, must have meant there was two shooters.
Mm-hmm.
There was also a spectator along the motorcade route called James Tague, and he claims that a stray bullet hit the sidewalk near him and a fragment hit him in the cheek.
Right.
And this theory was also backed up by the fact there was a mark on the sidewalk where Tague supposedly was standing.
Yeah.
And the Warren Commission themselves said that mark most likely come from one of the bullets. Because, as I said, the first bullet hit the sidewalk and ricocheted, just bounced off and went to the other side of the road.
Right. Was that the same bullet what hit Tague?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
However, Tague claims that this was the second shot and not the first.
Right.
So the first supposedly was the one that hit the thingy, but Tague is saying it was the second shot that done that.
Right.
So, again, this means that the magic bullet theory can't be true.
No.
But it also means that, yeah, it proves beyond any doubt that there must have been two shooters.
At least two.
Yeah, because it would mean that there was more than 3 bullets fired. When they found the rifle, there was only 3 cartridges in that room.
Yeah.
And in 1970, a new acoustic research technique was used to analyse the audio of the shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And the research found 6 points in the audio that most likely come from a gunshot.
Right, so 6 shots.
6 shots, supposedly.
Fucking hell, they're not very good, are they?
No. They're not. For some... If it is the government doing this and that, they're really shit at covering their own backs.
Yeah, I know. They keep contradicting themselves.
They're really shit at this.
Now you've told me that word, I'm using it as much as I can.
Gonna get it tattooed.
Yeah.
But again, that means there must have been 2 shooters. Because if it's near on impossible for him to get 2 shots off in that time frame, how the fucking hell could he get 6 off?
That's what I mean. But there was only 3 cartridges.
Yeah, exactly.
What,
he picked up 3 and left the others?
Yeah, right. That's a bit... Unless he was under instruction.
Fuck knows.
You just don't know. No.
Now, on top of that, there's also supposedly another footage from a different angle of the assassination. And this apparently appears to show puffs of gun smoke from a grassy knoll next to the car. So the car, where the car went on the motorcade, there was a grassy knoll next to it. Apparently there's puffs of smoke you can see from that knoll.
Right.
As well as another gunman.
Right, hang on. So I'm trying to picture it. The buildings and that were on the right.
Yes.
The grassy knoll was on the left.
No, I think the grassy knoll was on the right as well.
Where the buildings were?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently this footage showed puffs of smoke from there, as well as another gunman.
Yeah, and they weren't vaping back then, so...
No, exactly. You can't exactly get that much puff of smoke with a cigarette.
No, or a pipe.
No. And conveniently, this footage has gone missing.
Ah.
And many people believe the reason it's gone missing is because it didn't exist in the first place.
Right.
However, in 2015, a woman called Cynthia Jackson sued the US government for $10 million or the return of the film. 3 guesses which one she got.
Did she get the $10 million?
By George, I think he's got it.
Right, yeah. Fair enough.
And apparently this film has not been seen since the House Select Committee on Assassinations in 1978.
But just doing that, right, just saying she sued him, was it out of court?
Yeah, must have been.
Out of court settlement.
Yeah, it must have been.
An out of court settlement, and they paid it. They're hiding something. They
might
as well said, well, we ain't going to give you the film. Here's the money.
Yeah.
Because if not, if they said, no, there weren't never no film, they'd have took her to court.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
And like they said, this film hasn't been seen since the House Select Committee on Assassinations in 1978.
Right.
Quickly just go on to that. The House Committee was formed in 1976 to investigate the assassinations of JFK as well as Martin Luther King Jr.
Right, yeah. Because that was similar times, weren't it?
Yeah, I think they were. They weren't far off each other. I'm pretty sure they weren't.
Oh, it was a little while ago. Later, it was 4th of April 1968.
Ah, right. Wait. If he was killed in 1960... Oh, right. No, never mind. So the committee was obviously formed in 1976. Oh, 1968.
Yeah.
I thought you said 78. That's why I was
68.
getting confused. Right, yeah. So
68, yeah.
Right. So it took them a fair while to make this committee then.
Yeah.
JFK was killed in 1963. Martin Luther King in 1968.
Mm.
And then they decided to make this committee until 1976. What were they they fucking doing for a
There
bit?
must have been other assassinations or assassination attempts.
Yeah, something like that.
We've got something here.
Yeah. Well, this committee also proved through research that it was a very high probability that that there were 2 gunmen that shot JFK.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, this committee was formed after it was confirmed that the CIA had purposely withheld information from the Warren Commission investigation.
Right.
So the investigation into JFK, they found out the CIA were hiding information, so they created this House committee to investigate both assassinations of Martin Luther King and JFK.
Okay.
And some of this information withheld also includes plots to assassinate Fidel Castro, who was president of Cuba at the time and a major warmonger. One of the... Well, he was a knobhead, weren't he?
Yeah.
And this committee on the assassination stated that it believes, on the basis of... these are the exact words.
Right.
On the basis of evidence available to us, that President John F. Kennedy was probably assassinated as a result of a conspiracy. However, it is unable to identify who the other gunman is.
Right.
That's the US government saying that.
Right, so they pretty much said there was another one.
Yeah, they shot themselves in the foot multiple times.
But we're not saying who it was.
No. So it's like, oh, there wasn't another gunman. There was definitely Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there was definitely 2 gunmen, most likely, but we don't know who the second gunman was.
Yeah.
It's 10 million. So what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, they might as well have said, you're right, there is 2 gunmen, but we're not telling you who it is.
Who it is.
That's a bit fucking... Yeah, like you said, it's just contradicting themselves.
Yeah, too right.
Love that word.
So that's the problems with the actual official story, should we say. So obviously, we know how he died.
Also, weren't there the Umbrella Man?
Yeah. Well, I'll get onto him.
Oh, I was going to say, because I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So they're the official stories of the problems with...
like you say, they're so back and forth. They say, no, it was only Lee Harvey Oswald. No, there was two shooters, but we don't know who the other shooter is. Or we might not just tell you who the other shooter is.
It's like they're playing a fucking game of Guess Who.
Yeah.
So obviously the next question is, why was he killed? Especially after the fact that the Warren Commission stated that Oswald had no clear motive of killing JFK.
Yeah, you don't just wake up, or I mean, like, human mind is baffling.
Yeah.
But you don't just wake up think, I think I'm going to shoot the president today.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I know he's going to be about here. I'm going to sit in this window where I don't know if he's going to be coming through here.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sitting in... Well, they must have known because the crowds of people. They must have had, like...
Yeah,
some sort of thing. Yeah. I'm going to sit in this window, find the right time, bang. I'm going to kill him.
So...
He must have been put up to it.
Yeah, it must have. But there are 4 major theories that people believe. One of these 4. And there are, I'll say for lack of a better word, facts to back each of them up.
Right.
So the first theory is that Lyndon B. Johnson, who was the former vice president under him and then the voted president, he had him assassinated for a political gain in power and to become the president himself.
Right.
So the facts to back this one up are that Lyndon B. Johnson, I'll just refer to him as LBJ because his name is that fucking long, right? So LBJ actually attempted to take the Democratic nomination from JFK at the 1960 convention in LA.
Right.
So it's like, JFK, you step down, I'll be the forerunner now. And obviously JFK's like, nah, fuck off.
Yeah, I want it.
Apparently, LBJ also asked JFK to continue doing part of his old job as Texas Senator because he was just so bored of being the vice president. So it's like, at least give me some sort of thing I can do.
Yeah.
And there was also a rumour that LBJ would actually be dropped by his party before the next election took place.
Right.
So he's thinking, fuck, I need to get in power now because otherwise I ain't going to have a chance.
Yeah, no, that seems be fair reason.
Yeah. The pair also apparently had words the day before the assassination, with LBJ playing a vital role in JFK going to Dallas in the first place.
Right.
And that was due to the fact that LBJ no longer had political control of Texas.
Right.
So he basically dropped the ball with them, and he wanted JFK to go there in order to try and swing the votes back their way.
Right, okay, yeah.
And JFK also felt that LBJ should have had Texas handled especially due to the fact that he is a Texas resident himself.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're from here and you can't even get your own fucking state sorted, why the fuck should I? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And apparently, LBJ's right-hand man actually had actually been warned by Texas Senator Byron Skelton that the political climate in Dallas was not safe and advised that JFK does not attend for fear of his safety.
Right, but that didn't get to JFK.
No. And apparently, JFK's brother Robert was also told of this. And neither one of them told JFK. So JFK had no idea about any of this.
No. You'd have thought fucking his own
Robert
brother
would have told him, yeah.
Unless Robert's like, you're just worrying.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe.
You're just over worrying.
Yeah.
Then he says that,
Fuck.
Sorry, brother. Your head's everywhere.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. And it's also a known fact that JFK didn't want to go into the full-blown Vietnam War.
No.
Now, when the US finally did, because they were, like, in the backseat for ages, weren't they, during the Vietnam War? When they finally went into the war, guess who was president?
Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, was it a case of get rid of him, stick him in charge, go to war?
Yeah. Seems to always be the fucking case.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I know Kennedy, he didn't want it. He was all about peace, wasn't he? He wanted peace.
Yeah.
He was trying to sort things out of Russia.
Yeah.
I know it was the whole, he started off with the space race.
Yeah.
And there was the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
And everything like that. But I think he was trying...
He was trying his best to solve it as peacefully as possible.
Yeah. And with all... Why did they go to Vietnam again? I know because Vietnam's meant to be communist.
Yeah. I think because it was... I think that was the reason. Because it was joined with communist Russia, so it was like trying to...
Yeah.
Because I think that was the same reason with Cuba as well.
Well,
they tried to... Well, actually, no. That's a lie. Because it was the invasions of Cuba from the US that made Cuba join the Soviet Union.
Well, no, yeah, because it was the whole thing... Because they didn't know... Or they had inklings that Russia was sending missiles to Cuba.
Yeah.
Hence, Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
And everything. Because the missiles were out of range from Russia or anywhere where they're controlled countries, whereas Cuba, it could.
Yeah,
they'd reach. So I think they were trying to have a few of these.
Yeah.
If it gets to it, you're gonna shoot them in America. You don't like America. America don't like you. So it's a win-win. Yeah. So then I think then America was like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah.
And it was like, because I remember that was deadly close.
Oh, royally.
Deadly close to nuclear war.
Yeah, royally.
Like how it is at the minute.
Yeah. Hopefully, fucking it don't get that way, but
no. I was saying to my old man yesterday. I said, I don't want to go to Ukraine. I don't want to fight. I mean, no. I like living.
Yeah.
But if it come down to it, and I got asked to, I think I would still go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right saying it, as we're chatting now.
I'll shit myself while I'm over there.
Yeah, as we're chatting now, it's until you get that letter. Or that,
you're like, oh dear.
Oh no. And he kept saying, you fucking well in. I was like, but I'm not letting. Especially if you boys, all my boys and that go.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna be like, no, I ain't going.
No,
I can't. You know what I mean?
It's fucked with the whole Ukraine situation at the minute. But I saw, honestly, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I saw an interview with Donald Trump and Piers Morgan the other day, right?
Yeah.
And I can't believe these words are about to leave my mouth. But I actually agree with Donald Trump.
I do. I think I saw. I didn't see all of it.
He was saying because. He was saying that Putin is throwing around the nuclear word so much, and it's striking fear into everyone.
Yeah,
and it's like how long is he going to be able to do this before he gets pushed back?
Yeah.
Where it's a case of, no, you fucking won't. It's like, and we like NATO go into Ukraine to help them, and they're saying, oh, if NATO get involved, we're going to use nuclear. It's like, theoretically, okay, if he does do it, we're fucked. But at the same time, it's like, we're going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
It's like, because otherwise, if he just keeps pushing, and it's like, I will use nukes, he'll take over the entire of Western Europe.
Yeah.
It will be another Nazi situation because so many people will fear to fight back. That.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's called a bluff.
Yeah. It's like, how long is he going to be able to do this before someone does it? The only problem is if we do call his bluff and he does actually fucking do it, that's the only problem.
Yeah.
But it's like, surely.
But then
can't
Donald Trump
imagine-
says like ours are bigger and
Oh
ours are
yeah,
worse.
all that bollocks. It's like, for fuck's sake.
But
But
no,
I get what you mean, but you don't want to piss this guy off either.
no, because I don't think Putin's got anything to lose. He's got.
I think the
got
Russian
nothing to
army is
lose.
not as big as they think it is.
No, but
The
I don't
fact
think
that Ukraine are like bending them over.
it's getting that way. Yeah.
Ukraine, like everyone thought when they started going in, everyone thought that's it, Ukraine's fucked. And how long ago was that? At least a month ago now. And Ukraine
Longer.
are still fucking fighting them back. Like, come on in.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they're as powerful as they say they are. I
No.
really don't.
But what I've heard, I mean, I don't know how true it is, but the Russian soldiers, they don't want to be.
They don't want to.
They don't want to
no.
fight. I've heard something like the Russian soldiers were like shooting each other in the leg
to get out of it.
because they don't want to do it. I mean, how do you have to get to that point where you get, mate, shoot me in the leg? I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
You know, like that's fucking mad, isn't it? Like, they get to that point. It's sad.
It needs to be an overtopple of him. You know, like how they did with Colonel Gaddafi.
Yeah, Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, the people themselves overtoppled him. The Russians need to do that. It's the only way this gets resolved peacefully.
Yeah.
But I think they're just too frightened because they know what he's like.
Yeah, that is it.
But no,
Mate, the man like rides bears.
Yeah,
I know he probably don't.
No, it's a Photoshop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Him on a horse, and they just changed it to a bear.
Yeah.
Fuck it, get Khabib on him.
Yeah, but I did. Thing is, right? Putin's one of them people. I hate him, but I like him at the same time because of what he used to be like.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was a judo championship or something like a kids judo championship. I know we're going on a right tangent here, but then it was a lad, like a young kid, and Putin was like helping him. It was like, get him like that, do him like that, and you'll get it. And he did.
Yeah.
And he like flips him over and whatever, gets him to tap out.
Yeah.
And everything. And Putin like pats him on the back. Was like, well done,
But
nice one.
To be fair, he would know about all that shit. He was former Spetsnaz, weren't he?
Well, yeah,
He would know about all that shit.
KGB as well.
KGB as well.
So like, but when you see like that, like there is humility with him.
Yeah.
But
He just needs
it's
to bring him down
dark.
a peg or two, basically.
Yeah, he's dark as well,
Yeah.
and it's
He wants the Soviet Union back.
yeah.
And he knows, realistically, he ain't going to get it.
No, not unless he does something
No.
like what
The
he's
only
doing.
way, that's the only way he's going to be able to get it. But it's only going to be so many times. Because, like, with Ukraine, and then there's Belarus and all them, soon as he even considers touching a NATO country, he's fucked.
He knows it. But he didn't want, he doesn't want a neighbour NATO.
No.
But if he takes Ukraine,
he's right next door to them.
He is neighbour in NATO.
It's like, where's your logic, mate?
Yeah. He just wants an excuse.
No, he's just a knobhead.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the sorry about that tangent.
Yeah. Well, it's relevant.
Yeah, kind of relevant. But that was theory one of why JFK was assassinated with the whole
Lyndon B.
LBJ.
Johnson. Yeah.
The theory two, funny enough, after what we've just been talking about, is that the Russians were behind the plot.
Yeah.
And that was due to the tensions of the Cold War.
Which are, at the minute, makes sense.
Yeah.
Because of how Lee Harvey Oswald wanted to be Russian.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, a Russian citizen, shall we say.
Yeah, he wanted to defect to the Soviet Union. And many people actually believe that he was a KGB sleeper agent as well.
Right, so he's technically part of the KGB.
Yeah. So it could have been a case of, he wanted to go to Russia, renounce his US citizenship. They're like, no. You go back, do this for us.
Yeah.
And then come back and we'll sort you out.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now, Oswald was actually spotted in the Russian embassy in Mexico a few weeks before the assassination, and nobody knows why. And it's also been reported that Oswald had been spotted multiple times visiting the Kremlin.
Right.
And again, nobody knows why.
You don't need to be a rocket scientist.
No.
I'm quite a thick fucker, let's be honest, right? I'm a digger driver. I'm not very smart. Even I could see where that's a bit dodgy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
and
bit
again,
dodgy.
that explains the case of why he was under fucking surveillance.
Yeah.
It's like, you've tried to kill a major general. You want to renounce the US citizenship. You've been spotted potentially at the Kremlin, but you've definitely been spotted at the Russian embassy in Mexico. How are you able to do this then?
Yeah. It should be a point where I think we need to step in.
exactly.
We need to put a stop to this.
It's like they were waiting for this situation to happen so they could get him.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
It does seem like that. Like then, it's like try to like see how far a fire can go with a match, but do it. No, it's kind of a bad way of putting it. You want to be able to put out a fire, but you hang on.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I feel I'm having a stroke. Nah, bollocks. I ain't gonna go with it. I was gonna do something with like fucking. You gotta wait. Nah, fuck it. I ain't doing it. Fuck it.
Fuck's sake.
Sorry. The thing is, it's in my head, but I can't get it out. I know what I mean.
Fuck's sake. It's almost like. Hang on, it's almost like trying to see how quick a fire can spread without causing a fire.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that is kind of what I meant. Yeah. If you just put the match out for a start, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't test that theory, the fucking thing wouldn't be on fire. Sort of thing.
Yeah, sorry about that. I knew what I meant.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I shagged it, but you know.
The third theory, and the least likely, but there is still some credible plausibility in them, is that the mafia had JFK assassinated. And that was due to the fact that the Miami, the Chicago, and the New Orleans mafias all claimed responsibility for it.
Yeah.
Which obviously could have just been them trying to gain clout. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, we assassinated JFK. Bow to us, sort of thing. And, however, though, it is a known fact that JFK's brother Robert, who was Attorney General at the time, actually made plans to move against organised crime. So that could have pissed them off, which would have then given them a reason to do it.
Yeah.
Jack Ruby, the man who killed Oswald, was actually a nightclub owner who apparently had mafia connections with many members of the Chicago mob being spotted at the club. New Orleans mob being spotted at the club.
Right.
And in 2015, an imprisoned former mafia hitman called James Files claimed to have been the second shooter in the assassination. Mm-hmm. Whether that's true or not, no one knows.
No.
He also said he was part of a plot in collaboration between the mafia and the CIA.
Right. So the CIA were going to put the mafia up to it, so they got a scapegoat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were going to make the mafia scapegoat, so the CIA could keep the hands clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay.
But
makes sense.
The Chicago mafia is the most interesting, and that's due to the fact that JFK had links to Sam Giancana, who was head of the Chicago mob at the time. And Sam Giancana worked with JFK's father in the bootlegging industry during the Prohibition.
Right.
And there was also multiple rumours that Giancana and the mob helped JFK get into power. Similar to how Putin supposedly helped Donald Trump get into power. The pair also apparently shared a mistress called Judith Campbell Exner.
Alright, what's that got to do with it?
Oh, I don't know. It's like we're shagging the same bitch. Get me in the presidents.
Yeah. What? We're Eskimo brothers. Help a brother out.
Yeah, exactly. And
what?
And in 1975, Giancana was supposed to testify about his role in a CIA assassination plot. However, he never did because he himself was assassinated.
Right.
So, was it to keep him shut?
Yeah. It's the government, they're not helping themselves.
They're really not.
They're really not helping themselves, are they? They're always going to talk shoot him.
Yeah.
That's not going to ask. That's not going to fucking raise questions, is it? It's not going to raise a couple of eyebrows, is it?
But that brings me on to the fourth and the final theory, and that's that the CIA are responsible.
Which you can then link to the third one, can't you? Saying that
they could all be linked in one way or another.
Yeah.
Because you could link it that the CIA were responsible. They got the mafia to do it, and then they were the ones who got Lyndon B. Johnson into presidency, so that he could go into the Vietnam War and everything, and that.
Somehow Lee Harvey Oswald.
It's like, well, he's a Russian sympathiser. Stick him in the frame.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, then we can point at the Russians as well.
Yeah, they can try. They've been trying to point at different scapegoats. That's all they're trying to do. But if anything, it's just massively.
It's like they're throwing a boomerang, not realising it's coming back to them all the time.
Yeah.
So the theories to back the CIA are responsible. A man who was on the Warren Commission, called Alan Dulles, was the former head of the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
And remember that the CIA purposely withheld information from that commission. So that explains why they were able to do that.
Yeah.
And they had the most motives to assassinate JFK over all of them.
Right.
The first of which was JFK knew about the CIA plot to assassinate Fidel Castro, and that JFK may have had a different agenda and may have disbanded them.
Right, okay.
People also believe that the CIA could have handpicked Oswald because he was a known communist and a Russian sympathiser, which would get the target off their backs. It is also reported that after the failed Bay of Pigs invasion into Cuba, the CIA underwent major personnel changes under the command of JFK.
Right.
Which must have pissed them off.
Yeah.
And also, during the Bay of Pigs invasion, JFK refused to offer additional US military support, despite the CIA offering an umbrella of air protection. Now, the key use of that word, umbrella. Because that obviously brings us on to Umbrella Man.
Hang on, I was just thinking, right, bit of a mad thought.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, like, the CIA went under personnel changes.
Mm-hmm.
The personnel, got probably sacked...
Yeah.
From the CIA, because they're all knowledgeable people. They know how the system works.
Yeah.
Could they have made their own little fucking, I don't know, like assassin ring or something like that?
They could have been.
Because they, like you say, they know how the CIA works. They know how these kind of jobs work.
Yeah.
You know, it's their bread and butter. They could have probably made their own little offbeat, like mercenary.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Well, there's mercenaries now in the CIA, isn't there?
Yeah, but then also but because they were in like the CIA and everything, they could then put the blame on the CIA, which is then drawing us, even me and you, to point fingers at the CIA when it's not actually them. It was the people that JFK actually changed.
Yeah,
and they formed their own little group up.
Very well could have been.
It's only a conspiracy, though. Don't these people fucking come out of me. Because it's only a conspiracy. I could be talking utter bollocks.
Yeah.
Which is more often than not.
But like I said, the key use of that word umbrella leads us on to Umbrella. The Umbrella Man. And people believe that Oswald was actually working with him and that he was a potential CIA operative. Now, to just explain Umbrella Man, if you look at the Zapruder film footage, there is a man standing by the side of the road as the car with JFK goes by. He opened his umbrella and held it up despite the fact it wasn't raining. Now, as soon as the car went past him, he put the umbrella straight back down. So as long as he's coming along, opened the umbrella, he's gone by, closed it. Now, many people believe that when he did that, it was actually a signal for the gunman to open fire. And many people also believe that Umbrella Man may have fired bullets or some kind of dart from the umbrella itself.
Yeah, because weren't there a hole found?
Yeah, there was a hole found in his neck, I think, left side of his neck.
But too small to be a bullet.
Yeah. So some people reckon he might have fired a dart from the umbrella.
Right, okay.
Which sounds fucking ridiculous.
It does, but it don't.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because a Department of Defense weapons developer called Charles Sensini said that such a weapon does exist because he was the one that designed it.
Right. But could he be going out for clout? But then again, is that something you really want to put your name towards?
No, not really.
Yeah, no, that is true. Because you see it like, I know it's a bit different, but like with the Kingsmen, because they have the umbrella, don't they? But theirs is like, hold down like a gun, like a shotgun.
Yeah.
Whereas that, if he's opened it up, then it must be coming down one of the spines.
Yeah, well, he said it was designed to fire darts from the webbing of the umbrella.
Yeah.
Like as the umbrella was opened.
Yeah.
And even more strange is that after the shooting, whilst everyone was running around and panicking, Umbrella Man, apparent as well as another man, casually sat down unbothered by the events that occurred. And then after a little bit after, just casually got up and walked away. So why would you do that? Your president's just been shot. Everyone's running around thinking, fuck, there's a gunman, run. And
Shock.
he's just... No, but he just casually sat down.
Yeah, but shot can do that. Like, you know, like, I hope you haven't, but if you ever saw, like, so traumatic, you go, like, wide-eyed that, you like, just sit down really slow.
Yeah, true.
Like, oh, fuck, what just happened? You know what I mean?
True.
So could it be that? I mean, by the sound of it, it probably ain't.
Yeah.
But then whoever it was could have put it down to that.
Yeah, could have. Very well could have.
No, I was just in shock. Like, I didn't expect this to happen.
Yeah.
I had to sit down, otherwise I was going to pass out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you get people that are like, fuck, run, fight or flight response.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Looking at that, could be something like that. Like the whole, could have got in shock, but... If it's just 2 men out of how many, well, probably
people were there,
hundreds of people, it just seemed rare.
It's a bit of a weird one. But out of those 4 theories, what do you reckon's the most plausible? Or do you have another theory?
I like my little theory.
It's not bad shit,
you know, like, the disbanded CIA personnel.
Yeah, it's not bad shout.
Formed a little group.
Because like you said, they know what they're doing. They know how to do it.
Thought, right, you little fuck.
Yeah. Get me sacked. Fucking get a hole in your head.
Yeah, pretty much. But it could be any of them things. No, they all sound very plausible.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if there is a link between all 4.
Yeah, same here. Because you could easily link all 4 of them up. Easily link all 4 of them up. Because then, like you say, it's then putting the blame on someone else.
Yeah.
Who then is easily taken care of, shall we say.
As well with JFK's brother being assassinated. Did he figure it out? Did he know?
Maybe.
Who was responsible?
They were quite close, weren't they?
Yeah.
They always used to have chats on the balcony. I think it's pictures of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's very... Yeah, it could be. And they were like, fuck. He's going to say something.
Yeah.
Bang. You're done too.
And especially as well with... Okay, yeah, I know he's a mafia boss who you want him killed. But it's a bit weird how Sam Giancana was killed just before he was about to give testimony on his involvement in a CIA plot.
But then he's classed himself, he'll be a rat to the mafia.
Yeah.
Like what we see in Black Mass.
Yeah.
What they do to rats.
Yeah.
You know, like, and with that being a rat, you don't deserve to a lot of, well, what we see with mafia, like from films and that. I mean, it could be all different for all we know, but they'd shoot him.
Yeah.
They'd kill him. So it could be like, even though he's the boss, if he's ratting him out,
they will kill him. They won't give a fuck.
Yeah, they'll just be like, there's always a successor.
Yeah.
They're like, right, your head's on the chopping block.
Yeah. It's funny enough, in I know it's not mafia, but in do you ever watch Line of Duty?
No.
In that, they're the big organised crime group, their leader. He is offered, what's the word I'm looking for?
Immunity?
Yeah, immunity if he testifies, and they killed him.
Yeah.
And he was the boss, so it's like, they ain't afraid to do that sort of shit.
No, because they'll always, you know what I mean?
They can always get another boss.
Yeah. It's same with, this is going right off, like Sons of Anarchy. With Clay,
yeah.
How they just offed him.
Yeah.
Even though he was their leader for so many years and that. You know, like,
and I know he did some fucked up shit, but they still just offed him.
Yeah, they just offed him. So it's always that sense. Like,
yeah.
They'll always have a successor.
Of course
it don't matter. There's always it's like the old line and the young line, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got the old line who's saying become that, so that young line kills the old line so he can take his place.
Well, it might be funny. You can even look at it, I know this is going to sound ridiculous because it's not got nothing to do with killing, but you can even look at it with like football teams. You've got, like, for argument's sake, with Arsene Wenger or whoever else, right? Yeah. You've got an incredible manager who's done unbelievable for you, but then your team's gone to absolute shit.
Yeah.
You sack him. I know Wenger wasn't sacked, he left on his own accord, but do you know what I mean?
And he was getting pushed to it.
Yeah, he was getting pushed towards it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you've got to go.
Yeah.
So it happens in every form of life.
Yeah, so why not? Yeah,
why not then?
So, yeah, it could be that the mafia keep new shirts, so then which links it more to the third theory? Or was it the second theory of the mafia? Third theory with the mafia. So it links more with that.
Yeah.
But then, like you say, with the CIA, could get the mafia. So, they could all be very well linked.
There's too many points in the theories for them to just be happy circumstances. Do you know what
I mean?
Yeah. Way too many.
Yeah, they're all holding hands in some way, shape, or form by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
But Lee Harvey Oswald got the shit end of the stick.
Yeah.
or the good end of stick if that's what he wanted to do. So
yeah.
Because let's be honest, he's infamous now.
Oh yeah, of course.
We don't know, apart from that mafia boss. What's his name?
Sam Giancana.
Yeah. So apart from him, even though I don't know his name, like you did.
Well, when you think Chicago mob boss, you think Al Capone, don't you?
Yeah.
But obviously, he was his. I don't know if he was his straight after successor, but he was obviously come after him.
Yeah. So when you think of JFK's killing, you think of Lee Harvey Oswald. Their name is the infamous one.
Yeah.
So he's gonna, like you say, we get taught that in history now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gone down in history. His name will never be forgotten.
It's the same with Abe Lincoln. You think of John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people don't know that many about him.
No.
Funny enough, I don't even know the name of Martin Luther King's assassinator.
No, I don't.
Haven't got a clue who done that.
No, I don't. Did it? Yeah, I think it got outed, like who done it, but
surely it must have.
Yeah. But Lee Harvey Oswald was the most common, the most well-known assassin.
Yeah, exactly.
Shall we say? So he's probably thought, I don't care if I get killed, I'm going to be known forever.
Yeah,
fair enough, isn't it?
Each to their own, mate.
But it is a weird one. I'd say this has got more Achilles heels and more centipede legs than 9/11 has, because it's just so well. They just contradict themselves.
No, yeah, they've shot themselves in the foot. I know in the 9/11 one with fuck it, I won't say Harvey Weinstein. His name was not Harvey Weinstein. His name is.
Let's not talk about that fucking prick.
Something Silverstein. Albert Silverstein, I think it is.
Right.
The one that owned Building 7 and then owned the lease for the trade centres.
Yeah.
I know he shot himself in the foot.
Yeah.
But these are on another level.
Yeah,
these fuckers have got no feet left. They've shot themselves that much.
Yeah, they're honestly like running around like headless chickens.
Yeah.
It seems like they're trying to get out of
themselves so much, trying to please everyone.
Yeah,
because it's like they're getting a question. It's like, okay, this is what happened, and then they get a question to counteract it, and they're like, yeah, but that's because this happened. But then that don't make sense with the original point.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like just fucking either get your plan in place, or just tell the truth.
That's it. Because I think it'll eventually come out, even in our lifetime.
Maybe
it'll come out.
Maybe,
but
the only thing is, it's the government. If they want to hide something, they can do it. I know they're not exactly good at it.
No,
but if they wanted to, they can fucking. But that also brings me to like a question that we said in the 9/11 one. If they're that shite at hiding things like 9/11,
why are they doing
and JFK's, what have they hid that they've been able to get away with? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What other shit is there that they're like covering, so to speak?
The existence of Bigfoot.
There could be, you don't know. You don't know. There
or
could
Wendigo.
be. Oh, fucking hope not.
But I think there's something very, very fishy with this one.
Yeah, too right.
Because the thing what gets me, I could believe that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. I could believe that.
Yeah.
The only thing what puts me off is how he shot him.
Yeah, that time period. There's no way in hell he did it.
It's the shots.
Yeah.
That is what puts
I believe Lee Harvey Oswald was one of them shooters.
100%.
He was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
But there has to have been two. There has to have been.
That's what makes it...
Mathematically, possibly, there has to have been at least two.
Yeah. It is that second shot, he couldn't have got away.
No.
It is
and
that.
even if he did get away, there's no way the bullet would have done all that zigzaggy shit either.
Yeah. Or like the fatal shot. The
the fatal... It was the second shot and the first shot.
Yeah. Like the fatal shot for the reload and that. It's inhumanly impossible.
Yeah. And if this guy as well, who's meant to be an expert sharpshooter, how did he miss the first one?
Moving car, wind.
Yeah, but the car was moving the other two as well.
Yeah, but it's... You've shot air rifles, didn't you?
Yeah.
Your first shot is always your practice shot.
True.
He's like... He shot it. He knew he was going to miss.
Yeah.
So he probably shot into the road just to see what the wind's doing.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah. He's like, right.
Yeah, very well could have been.
Okay, then. Bang, bang. Got him on the second.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, sweet. You're going down. Bang, bang. It's third. Bang.
Yeah.
Killed him. But it's that time period from that second to third shot.
No way in hell.
That is not humanly possible.
No way in hell.
So,
because it was all as soon as he got shot, his neck slumped, didn't it?
Yeah.
And it was pretty much as soon as his neck slumped, bang, his head went. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
No way in hell.
No, you could probably do that with more of a modern rifle.
Well, yeah, because it'd just be bang, 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 wouldn't it?
With the magazine. But then again, a proper sniper rifle is still either a lever action or cocking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the lever.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's still very suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
It's still sticky still.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
So there's too many kinks.
Yeah.
That ain't been ironed out.
Yeah.
Too many.
100%.
Way too many. So I don't know.
Nah.
I think there is something bigger afoot.
Too right. Too right. But let us know what you think as well.
Yeah. Do you think it could have just been Lee Harvey Oswald woke up one day, thought, fuck it, I'm going to do it?
Yeah.
Or could it be someone, an organisation, shall we say,
yeah,
in control of what happened on that fateful day?
Mm-hmm.
Because the point of the fact matter is, a man died that day.
Yeah, well,
Two men died that day that didn't need to die on that day.
No.
So that's a tragic thing. I don't know how many kids JFK had or this copper, but 2 fathers didn't come home that day.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is a horrible thought.
Yeah.
So, like Josh said, let us know. Do you think there's anything a bit mysterious with that?
Yeah.
Do you think it could be all just one happy accident?
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you do,
you're mad.
You'll believe anything.
Yeah.
I think, because I'm not a big conspiracy theorist. I'm not like Josh. I look at the monsters. He looks at the real world shit, shall we say?
Yeah.
So, but even as a citizen, shall we say, as a level-headed fucking, as an outside party, it just nothing's adding up. And I know I'm not the cleverest of people, but it's.
But I'm not being funny. Even if the governments themselves are saying this ain't right, because obviously the government at that point might not necessarily have been the same. Like, I know it wouldn't have been the same president and everything.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's different people have come in, and
exactly.
They're looking back on it.
Yeah, and they're
like,
that's bollocks.
Yeah. So, but let us know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know on Facebook, Instagram, email, which is
myths and mysteries, all one word, outlook.com.
Please get to us on there. And it's our 23rd episode, because it's going to be 22 like our normal episodes.
Yeah.
So on our 23rd episode, we'd like to do a Q&A.
Yeah.
How we're going to move forward with the second season, how we're going to move forward with the podcast.
Yeah.
How we're going to start bringing more YouTube into it.
Yeah.
How we're going to start doing videos. We're going to start videoing the podcast, hopefully.
Yeah.
What people think. I know a few people who we know who listen to the podcast saying it just needs that
little.
If we could see us, so they could feel like they're actually part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because listening to it's one thing, but watching it, I think,
is a different.
And I think that would probably people might enjoy that more.
Yeah,
I know, for myself, because I listen to them back when I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
I can't watch it, so I listen to it. So I'm happy in that sense. But some people might want to on an evening or something won't actually watch us. Why they want to see our ugly mugs, I don't know. Why.
No. They'll click on it. It's like, oh no. Go back to audio.
Yeah. But so get involved any way you can. Let us know. Message us.
Yeah.
Even through the groups.
If you want to just ask about us, if you want to get to know us more.
Yeah.
Ask us any random question.
Yeah, any question.
Even if it's something simple like, what's your favourite fucking colour?
Yeah.
We'll happily answer it. Don't think there's such thing as a bad question.
No. And don't just limit yourself to one question.
No.
Ask as many as you fucking
well
like.
If you've got 30 odd questions to ask us, send us 30 bloody... Well, no, just send it in one email.
Yeah.
But ask us 30 questions. Do you know what I mean?
We'd be buzzed for
more
that.
questions, the better.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I think we're even thinking of having a drink or something, aren't we?
Mm.
Like a little drink on the 23rd episode.
A drink?
Yeah. Having a little drink whilst we're answering the questions.
Oh, we're going to get tanked up while doing it,
why not?
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Yeah,
you'll have to celebrate our first season. Why not?
You'll have to walk home.
That don't mind. That don't matter.
or get caught to your take it, you good old girl.
Yeah.
My darling. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps us up for this, doesn't it?
I think it does, mate.
Next week will be another re-recorded episode.
We're so bad.
Yeah, on the winged fire-breathing beast, which I'm buzzed about. Which it makes sense if people was able to watch us, because I mean we've got shelves up what we put all our little knickknacks on.
Yeah,
mine is full of these creatures.
Yeah,
and that is the dragons, different types of dragons, and the myth behind dragons, the stories. We're gonna go into it, and we've got a special guest on that one as well.
Yeah,
which is a good friend of ours and a good friend of the podcast, which is Paige.
Yeah,
you know, and she's been buzzing about it. She's even made notes. She's done better than me anyway. Yeah. So hopefully, so that'll be. I'm looking forward to that one because I love dragons.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and you're a big Game of Thrones fan. So
I know a little bit about. Well, I don't know the origins of them, but I know what a dragon is. Do you know what I mean? So I can get a bit more involved this time.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, so hopefully you listen to us next week and episodes to come.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed this one, Josh.
Yeah, so have I actually.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, see you next time on Mr. Mysteries Black and White.
See ya.
Bye.